Have you ever wondered who first dreamed of soaring through the sky like a bird? From the ancient tale of Icarus, humans have long been fascinated with the idea of flight. The dream of gliding through the air didn't just pop into existence. It's a concept that has been marinating in the minds of inventors, dreamers, and scientists across centuries. It's a story woven with threads of curiosity, innovation, and dogged persistence. The journey to the first successful flight was a long and arduous one, filled with many failures and triumphs. The concept of flying machines began in the minds of philosophers and inventors. As we delve into the past, we encounter pioneers like Leonardo da Vinci and Sir George Cayley, whose visions transcended the eras they lived in. Da Vinci in the 15th century was captivated by the flight of birds. He meticulously observed their movements, leading him to sketch designs for an ornithopter, a machine that could fly by flapping its wings. His designs, though never realized in his lifetime, laid the groundwork for future aviation. Then, in the early 19th century, we meet Sir George Cayley, dubbed the father of aeronautics. Cayley observed that birds soared by changing the angle of their wingtips. He utilized this insight to design a glider that could carry a human. This marked a significant step towards powered flight. These early concepts sparked a fascination that would fuel the pursuit of flight for centuries to come. The 19th century marked an era of rigorous experimentation. As the century unfolded, a select group of daring individuals began to question the impossible. Among them, two figures stand tall: Otto Lilienthal and Samuel Pierpont Langley. Their contributions to aviation were not only significant, but they also painted the canvas for the future of air travel. Otto Lilienthal, a German aviation pioneer, was known as the Flying Man. His fascination with flight led him to study the flight patterns of birds, and he was perhaps the first person to make controlled, sustained flights with a glider. His meticulous research and countless experiments resulted in the development of an aerodynamic control system, a concept that is still in use today in modern aircraft. Lilienthal's work was instrumental in proving that flight was indeed possible. On the other side of the Atlantic, another pioneer was making strides. Samuel Pierpont Langley, an American scientist, was hard at work developing an aerodrome, a machine that he believed could achieve sustained flight. Although Langley faced numerous setbacks, his work was not in vain. He was a pioneer in developing the principles of aerodynamics, and his experiments with steam-powered models led to significant advancements in the field. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. These pioneers faced their fair share of trials and tribulations. There were failures, accidents, even tragedies, yet they persevered. Their determination and resilience are what truly sets them apart. They dared to dream, to experiment, and to challenge the status quo. Their experiments were crucial in developing the principles of aerodynamics, the study of how air interacts with solid objects, like an airplane. They dissected the mysteries of lift, drag, and thrust, and their findings paved the way for the development of powered flight. Their work wasn't just about creating a means of transportation, it was about pushing the boundaries of what was known and expanding our understanding of the world. It was about dreaming of a future where humans could soar through the skies like birds. These experiments laid the groundwork for the first successful powered flight. Enter two bicycle mechanics from Ohio, Orville and Wilbur Wright. These brothers weren't just tinkerers. They were pioneers with a vision that transformed the way we see the world. Their names are synonymous with flight, and rightfully so. The Wright brothers were the first to take to the skies in a heavier-than-air powered machine, forever changing the course of human history. But what set them apart from their contemporaries was not just their ambition, but their innovation. They recognized a problem that had stumped many before them: maintaining control during flight. Where others had focused primarily on lift and propulsion, the Wright brothers turned their attention to the issue of control. Their solution was a revolutionary concept known as the three-axis control. This system allowed the pilot to steer the aircraft effectively and to maintain its equilibrium. This was the key that unlocked the door to controlled, sustained flight. But the brothers didn't stop there. They built a wind tunnel to test aerodynamics, honing their designs with an eye for detail that set them apart. They were not just dreamers, they were also meticulous craftsmen and shrewd scientists. Then came that fateful day, December 17, 1903. In Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the brothers achieved the seemingly impossible. Orville piloted the first powered airplane 20 feet above the windswept beach, covering a distance of 120 feet in 12 seconds. This brief flight was a monumental achievement, and it was followed by 3 more flights that day, the longest lasting nearly a minute. This pivotal moment marked the birth of the modern airplane. It was the culmination of years of hard work, persistence, and innovative thinking. The Wright brothers had not just taken to the skies, they had paved the way for future generations to soar. Their legacy continues to inspire us, reminding us of what can be achieved when we dare to dream and have the courage to follow through. From a dream to a reality, the creation of the airplane was no simple task. It's a journey that began with the early dreamers, the visionaries who looked up at the sky and dared to imagine the impossible. The likes of Leonardo da Vinci, who in the 15th century sketched flying machines inspired by the flight of birds, and George Cayley, who laid the groundwork for the science of aerodynamics in the 19th century. This fascination with flight sparked an era of experimentation. Inventors and engineers across the globe relentlessly pursued the dream of building a machine that could fly. It was a time of trial and error, of successes and failures. From Otto Lilienthal's gliders to Samuel Langley's aerodromes, numerous attempts were made, each contributing to the collective knowledge of aviation. And then came the Wright brothers' triumph. In the early 20th century, Orville and Wilbur Wright achieved what was once thought impossible. Their successful flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, marked a pivotal moment in human history. They didn't just invent an airplane, they unlocked a new realm of possibilities, transforming the way we travel, connect, and perceive our world. The next time you look up at a plane in the sky, remember the dreamers and innovators who made it possible. This isn't just a story of invention, it's a testament to human perseverance and ingenuity, a reminder that even the sky isn't the limit when it comes to our capacity to dream and innovate.